All right, and if you are joining us now, that was a lovely rendition from the SJC Music Group, right? In studio with us, we have this morning we have Solangel Alvarado, who is the college junior college dean, St. John's Junior College dean, and we have also Carlos Perote, who is the music director at SJC.
Good morning.
JC. We also have with us, we'll see other students joining us as we continue on the segment this morning, members of the music group. So from the music school, sorry. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much.
Good morning.
If you would, let's just begin by introducing or telling us about those two musicians and the piece that they played right there.
All right, this is an ensemble of piano and marimba.
Yeah.
It's two pieces, like you say.
Okay.
The first one is for John Strand, a composer, the German composer, and the next one is for John Sebastian Bach, Minuet in G.
I mean, it was a beautiful rendition.
I loved the collaboration of the marimba and the piano. Can you tell us what inspired that?
Well, what inspired that?
Yes.
My life is about music. So we have to try to do different stuff in Belize.
Yes.
We are sometimes go in a box and not want to come out from the box. So that's what we try to do.
I was very intrigued by it because you don't often see students trying to learn how to play the marimba.
Yeah.
That's true. It's most concentrated in Benque.
Yes.
That's that. But
The West.
marimba is a worldwide instrument.
How long would it take your students, and I'm sure they're musically inclined and
Yes.
some musical geniuses perhaps are in the group, would it take for them to learn a piece in a collaboration like that?
The piece depends of the practicing that the student put. It's like everything. It's the same way that you be a doctor and you be a journalist. So you only study your words, forget.
The more
You know,
they practice, the more they're able to
Exactly.
learn the
So-
pieces.
Ms. Alvarado, if you would delve a bit into the music school,
Yeah.
the concept of the music school, and
Of
how
course.
that came to be. I understand it's one of the few, if not perhaps the only,
Yes.
in the country.
Definitely. Well, our school started because of a need, student expressing that, of course, we have an art school, but this is also one of those, sections. And so the opportunity came up. The school was inaugurated in June 2nd of 2017 in collaboration with our sister school, a Jesuit school, Loyola New Orleans. And of course, we had the president, we had the dean of the school of Loyola New Orleans, along with Father Ted Disiak, and we developed the program. The program is catered to our Belizean community. What is it that our students need? And so it's a combination of the student that will probably, this is going to be their terminal degree. They will need to go on, probably be teachers. So it has a composite of that. It has for the student to go and play around, he becomes an entrepreneur. And so it's definitely was important for us that it caters to different needs. The students do a combination of classical, so they all, depending on the different applied study, they all do a year of piano. And so when you ask the question, this unique combination of ensemble, Mr. Perote, what he does is that we have among our students, we have students that are voice students, students that are string, students that are wind, students that are percussion. And so we find and he finds where they can create those ensembles. And so we have, these students that have different, passion towards the instrument. However, you must create that ensemble. And this is what they do. These students are every day, that what resonates when you drive our campus and, you're heading our road within the campus, this is what you hear.
Yeah.
Them playing from 8 in the morning until very late after 5. They're here. If Mr. Perote tells them to come Saturday and Sunday, they're here. The beautiful thing about this is that we have students from across our country. We have students from San Pedro, we have students from San Ignacio, you heard from Benque. And so when it comes to the content, we even have a course that's called Music in Belize, because we want to expose them to the different genres that are here in Belize. We have, theory. They might know how to play an instrument, but it's important for them to be able to read, and to be able to understand the notes. And so this is what our program is about, solidified, and of course, Mr. Perote making sure that they're exposed and have opportunities for them to, for people to see them, for them to gain audience, and of course, have a feel and see where their passion leads them.
And that leads us to talk more about the upcoming jazz concert that you all have scheduled for, I guess, this month at the Mexican Cultural Institute.
Yes, that's tomorrow.
Yes,
That's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. So
Yeah.
talk to us more about that and how we can get tickets.
Well, actually, it's going to be streamed live.
Okay.
We are going to, the students are going to be playing for our Mother's Day. And so Mr. Perote has decided to, that it be a presentation for, the mothers at school, our faculty, teachers are going to be there. And so you will be able to, of course, see it live. Mr. Perote could probably say some of the pieces that he's going to, the students will be playing.
No, it's a jazz concert.
Yeah.
It's a music concert.
Okay.
We what Ms. Sole say, we in the school teach what I say, no in the box.
Yeah.
It's a variety of stuff. Focus in Belizean traditional folk, but also with the Western music that are important for the foundation of any musicians. It no matter if you will play reggae,
Soca.
honestly, or soca, or punta, no matter. You need to know the history of what you are playing,
Yeah.
right? You tell me, let's go say, dancehall artist.
Yeah.
Wow, it's famous now. But that no will reach too long. But you know Beethoven, right? You know Mozart. So what you tell me?
Yeah.
Those people not rich, but have knowledge.
Yeah.
And that knowledge carry you as a legend. And that is what one of the stuff what we try to push these guys to understand.
Yeah.
It's more than that. So and about the concert, right?
Yeah.
All right, it's a balance of different stuff,
Variety.
right?
Okay.
Classical music, yes, definitely, because this is the foundation for us. Jazz, of course, because I love jazz and I teach them that, and Belizean music in the whole. We will have some boleros, we will have some tangos, we will have some ballad.
So
Jazz,
how
punk.
long is this concert going to be?
More or less 1 hour and 45 minutes.
You want jam pack all of that in 1
Oh,
hour
yes,
and
miss.
45
And I should
minutes?
tell you that Mr. Perote and the music students are going to travel to Chetumal, Quintana Roo next week to also perform there.
Wow.
All right,
Mr. Perote?
so we have a second rendition
Yes.
that we want to jump into right now. So I want you all to tell us a bit about this piece that we're about to see. And of course, I think the mascot at this point is the obvious piece on the set.
Yes, he's not going anywhere.
A wildcat.
Yeah, a wildcat.
Yes.
SJC
Or
wildcat. He's not
wildcat.
going away.
Just a beautiful sight to the set. But if you would tell us a bit about this piece that we're about to hear.
This
right
is
now.
that piece where Will, Miss Giselle, and Ariana, accompanied by Hassan, is a classical piece composed with Weaver. Weaver composed this piece for his wife. So it's a long history about this piece that he no one ladies in the sun, only boys, and at the end is writing for a soprano and alto, so it's very high pitch. Also, I want to mention that not only me in this as a teacher. I teach all the theory course plus percussion ensemble, but we have 3 more teachers
Yeah.
that we put together all the efforts for make them grow, right? I want to mention that because I think so that they deserve that.
When we come back from this rendition, we'll talk a bit
more
All
about
right,
about
thank
that.
you.
So, to cue the next, cue the music.
Cue the music, DJ. Oh man.
Wow.
Wow. How do you get your voice that high,
That is a
April?
question for the experts.
That is a question
because-
for the expert.
Yeah.
That was a
beautiful, ladies.
What language? What language was that? That was not English, right?
I don't know.
That you don't.
I think Latin.
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 He knew.
He knew. Right. I would imagine how. I could ask a question over there,
Yes,
right?
sure.
I just hope our cameras can pan, but how the young lady, what's your name? Remind us.
Ariana?
Ariana, you're an English speaker, right?
Yes.
You speak Spanish?
No.
You don't speak Spanish?
No, I don't.
Was it challenging for you to learn that piece?
A bit, yeah, but I have a great teacher, so.
You have a great teacher.
It's just I give it all to her.
Let's give it up for Ms. Giselle. That was awesome. So congratulations
Thank you.
to you all. Before the show began, April and I were talking about our music experience and
Yeah.
how it was challenging for us in
course.
school to learn an
We had to
instrument.
learn one instrument only, and I don't know about you, but that for me was the recorder, and up to this day, I really don't understand why. But no, I would imagine then that this is where the music school comes in handy in the sense of that diverse,
Of
that
course.
variety of
Yeah.
not that one track minded, because you said theory and practical, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So just because I know how to read a music sheet does not necessarily mean I know how to put that into practice.
Exactly.
I'd want to follow up on that just to ask the question, what level of experience does one need to become a part of the school?
Well, we have had students that have had no experience, just want to be a part of the music school. And so we have the music program, but then we also have other programs that will allow students to be part of the choir. All of these students are part of the choir, whether they're a first year or second year, they have to be a part of the choir. And this is what Ms. Giselle does with them. So you have other students that, just have an incline in wanting to, to try it out. And so there are programs that allow them an open elective to come and be a part of that. So it's there that they're going to see, okay, maybe it's the strings, maybe it's the voice, like what Ms. Giselle is doing right here. Maybe it's the percussion, and when we talk about percussion, you have the marimba, you have the timpani, you have, so it's a variety of instruments, and of course from there they can see what is it, and of course when you hang out, all day in that music center, something must catch your,
Yeah.
and so that is that is something important. And the beautiful thing about it is that these students are being prepared not only for, just completing the program. They can transfer. This program can continue. Our credits are accepted whether you go abroad. Like I said a while ago, if they decide to be teachers at the elementary school or whether it be at the secondary school, they can do that because they're able to read notes. They're able to, to bring the different applied studies together and create ensembles. So this is what is being done here.
Talk to us about your other lecturers or your other teachers that you have
Of
at
course.
the school. I imagine it takes an entire team to raise these talented students. So what other teachers and what are their specializations?
Of course, like I said, we have students that are voice. So in that case, we have Ms. Giselle O'Brien that is going to, be the expert in that area. We have, when it comes to the piano, we have Ms. Yumi Sakai, who helps us. And Mr. Perote would do the percussion. And then we also have Mr. Paul Bradshaw, who would do the wind. And with them, they do, like the choir, they would do the music in Belize, they would do music instrument. And, we have been in an instance when we started the program, we didn't have a string teacher. And so students who would do that applied study would actually do it online. So even before the pandemic, we were already doing online with the applied study for string, which was Ms. Daniela Gongora, okay, who lives abroad but is a Belizean, and she was willing to help us. So she met with the students online. We have graduated different cohorts, and the beautiful thing about this program is that every 2 years the school awards a scholarship.
Okay.
And so from among the students, the student is able to go to Loyola New Orleans and further to a bachelor's degree program.
I do want to speak to one of the students we have lined up to ask about her experience in the music school. Crystal. Good morning, Crystal.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Very good.
You shy? You're nervous a
Yes,
bit?
a bit.
That's okay. So you're a member of the music school, correct?
Yes.
How long have you been a member?
Well, I've been for 3 years now because of the pandemic. So
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your instrument?
the piano.
The piano.
Yes.
So what's your experience been like in the music school?
It's been great. It's been hard, stressful, of course, but that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah.
Learning and all of that. I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
Really learned a lot. Yeah, it's been good.
Tell us a bit about your growth coming in versus where you are right now.
Well, at first, I came in knowing a little bit about music, right? So I had previous teachers, but I didn't really know much about the theory. So that's what I learned a lot about, really about the techniques and how to play the piano. So pretty much.
what would you say to, final question, right? What would you say to anyone watching right now that may be considering becoming a part of the school?
Well, be very prepared to
Wow.
stay up late at night
Yeah.
practicing, lots of practice. You know, you just have to work it. You know, don't give up, because there comes a point where you're just like, do I really want to do this?
Yeah.
You know, like it's hard. You know, but if it's what you really want, then go for it.
Thank you, Crystal.
Thank you.
That's so smart. A passion, another definition for the word passion is sacrifice.
Exactly.
You know, passion isn't necessarily
Exactly.
as beautiful a thing as we make it out to be.
I just want to share something. You know, one of the things about this program, it's not shortchange.
Yeah.
You know,
No shortcuts.
it's just like any of our programs where the student must do general studies, must do the English, must do the math, must do the, you know, the theology, and then of course the professional. So it's rigid, and of course they must put their effort.
Right. Before we get into our third
And
rendition
final.
and final for today, I just for our viewers, where can they log in to see the concert? What time does it start? And a little bit about the students that are.
It is going to be in our Facebook page, so
Okay.
they can stream it from our Facebook page. We can give you that at the before the end of the show, and it's going to be at 6 p.m. on Friday.
So it's not only on social media, right? You could also go.
Yeah.
You could also be present. Is there a cost for the tickets?
Well, no, it's
Go tell me.
it's going to be.
It's a Mother 10
And so
concert.
we're
It's a
limiting it,
Mother's
yes.
Day
So we're
concert.
limiting it to our faculty. This is a special
We're
gift
not
to them.
invited, Paul. That is what she's trying to say.
Please don't
We
come
can't
down
come.
and kick on.
Yeah.
And you know, the
Yes.
space is very small, and
understand.
of course we are collaborating with the Mexican
Mexican.
Institute of Culture. This is an opportunity for our students. They are actually inviting their mother, you know, to be present.
Wow,
And
that's
of course, we
beautiful.
want to share it with our members of our SJC faculty and staff.
But of course, it's free online.
Yeah, of course. Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
All right.
So we can tune in, even though we're not invited, we can tune in.
Mr.
Perote.
Perote, if you would introduce the final piece that we're going to hear this morning from the music school as we
Yeah,
close out.
the final is another classical piece from Handel, Friedrich Handel. It's sonata number 12, and we will play the first movement, the Allegro movement.
Okay, so
It's,
sonata number 12.
It's rated for strings,
Okay.
Wow.
But we're going to get it a different
but
version
I
of it
do a
today.
range of steel band, and I sometimes pray for Handel. Just,
That he's not turning
Yeah, he's
in
not
his
turning,
grave.
yeah.
so
So
that we will do.
sonnet 12.
Sonata number 12.
Sonata
Yeah, we
number
need some
12.
music
I need some
classes
Latin
after this.
classes as well,
Yeah.
but
I
sonata
need to
number
go over there.
12.
Can I go?
Yeah, go right ahead,
Yes.
sir.
And,
And so, with that,
they'll
we're
play
going
us
to
out.
get into our final rendition, and they'll play us out. Any final thoughts?
Well, we welcome students to come to our
You know how to-
SJC School of Music. Again, you know, it's creating opportunities, and you know, if you have a passion, if you have an incline, this is the place to come.
Sonata 12.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Right? 1, 2.